welcome to That Showbiz Theatre Company and this performance of the complete works of William Shakespeare, Abridged. I have just a few announcements before we begin the show. First of all, notice on your tables you have season brochures. We have a lot of great shows coming up in a couple of months. Please take a look at them. Maybe consider coming back to see one of those shows or become a season subscriber. Next item on the docket. Now would be a great time for you to take out your cell phones and put them on silent or turn them off. During the show, photography is allowed, but please, no flashing. There's no smoking anything at all. But drinking is encouraged. We're much funnier when we've been drinking. Makes our lives a lot easier around here. For your convenience, toilets have been located in the bathrooms. Please take a moment now to approach your nearest emergency exit. You'll find them there and back there. Should the theater experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. Simply place them over your nose and mouth and continue to breathe normally. Now, if you're at the theater tonight with a small child, please place your own mask on first and then let the little bugger fend for himself. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is C.J. Martin, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce something that we believe to be unprecedented in the history of human civilization, and that is to capture in a single theatrical event the magic, the genius, the towering grandeur, the complete works of William Shakespeare. Yeah. Now let's see here. We've got a little over an hour, and this book weighs about 6 pounds. Yeah. So that means we need to get through 8 ounces every 7 seconds. That's like 2 6-packs a minute. So we better start drinking. And nobody knows more about Shakespeare and alcohol than the man I'm about to introduce. He is a preeminent Shakespearean scholar. He has a certificate of completion from preeminentshakespeareanscholar.com. He was way ahead of his time, exiting Europe 13 years before it was cool. He is here tonight to provide the complete works of William Shakespeare with a much-needed preface in authentic English. Please welcome me in joining Mr. Phil Ryder.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. William Shakespeare. Playwright, poet, actor, Stratford's proudest flower transplanted from the heart of the English countryside to bask in the warmth of London's literary greenhouse. A man who, despite the ravages of male pattern baldness, planted the seed of his poetical genius in the fertile womb of Elizabeth's England. There it took root and spread through the lymphatic system of Western civilization till it became the embossed carbuncle of knowledge and understanding that grows even today on the very tip of our collective consciousness. And yet, oh, yes, and that, how much do we flaccid members of the 21st century appreciate the plump fruit of Shakespeare's productive knowledge? How much? Oh, let's find out, shall we, Bob? House lights, please. Now, you are a theatre-going crowd, obviously of above average literary sensibility. So let's just have a brief show of hands. Has anyone seen or read a play by William Shakespeare? Any contact with the bard whatsoever? Raise your hands. Oh dear, excuse me. Oh, we're screwed. What? I think they know more than we do.
But you're an eminent Shakespearean
No,
scholar.
I'm preeminent.
Be preeminent.
Oh, yes. Right. Has anyone read or seen All's Well That Ends Well? All right, let's see if we have any uber-eminent Shakespeare scholars amongst us tonight. Has anybody read or seen King John? King John, anyone? Just the... Oh, 2, yes. How long ago did you see King John? What was that? About a year ago? Oh, all right. That's fine. He's been dead for about 900 years. Oh, and you say you've seen Red King John? Yeah. Well, tell us all about it, please. It's about a hunchback. No, King John is not a play about a hunchback. King John, as any preeminent Shakespeare scholar would imagine, King John is about a king called John. Thank you. Yes. Ladies, just stand up, please. There you are, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, ecce homo.
Excuse me?
Oh, judging by your lack of fluency in Latin, I presume you have not matriculated.
Not today.
I'm laughing at. I'm shocked. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you see standing before you a man abandoned by our education system, awash in a sea of sexual ambiguity, hopped up on empty kilobytes of virtual Viagra. Now, turn and look at the person sitting next to you. Go on, look at them. Do you recognize the same backward expression, the same pause clogged with the acne of intellectual immaturity, or do you perhaps see, keep looking, do you perhaps see a longing, a plea for literary salvation?
Can I please sit down?
No, you stand here. You stand before us as a symbol of a society that will never attain all her genius of a William Shakespeare, dumbed down as we are by the diatribes of the Donald, the bandwagon of the Bernie, or the evasiveness of Hillary. Sit down.
Thank you.
Time to abandon the cheap thrills of campaign speech for the silent splendors of this sonnet. Exchange the triviality of the Twitter for the gentle idioms of the iron. Imagine a world where womanly men and manly women wear rainbow tights with pride.
Hallelujah!
A brave new world where this book will be found in every hotel room in Lodi. Can I get an amen? Amen. I have a dream, ladies and gentlemen. It begins here tonight. Join us on this our holy quest. Our poetical peregrination, where thus the great Willie will be judged, not by the color of his sexual preferences, but by the content of his canon. Can I get an amen? Amen. Jesus, now, on with the show, and may the bard be with you.
Those of you who own a copy of this book know that no collection is complete without a brief biography of William Shakespeare. Here to provide that portion of the show is the third member of our troupe, Mr. Nick Giovanoni.
I need to catch a member. All right, so I was doing some research on William Shakespeare, and I found some pretty interesting facts. So let's just get started here. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in the town of Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire. The third of 8 children, he was the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a locally prominent merchant, and Mary Arden, daughter of a Roman Catholic member of the landed gentry. In 1582, he married a farmer's daughter named Anne Hathaway. Oh, it's a different Anne Hathaway. That's a shame. Shakespeare arrived in London in 1588. There he dictated to his secretary, Rudolf Hess, the work of Mein Kampf, in which he set forth his program for the restoration of Germany to a dominant position in Europe. After reoccupying the Rhineland zone between France and Germany and annexing Austria, the Sudetenland, and the remainder of Czechoslovakia, Shakespeare invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939, thus precipitating World War II. I never knew that before. Wrap it up. Shakespeare remained in Berlin when the Russians entered the city and committed suicide with his mistress Eva Perón. He lies buried in the church at Stratford, though his head is frozen in a holding tank in Glendale, California.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are proud to present the complete works of William Shakespeare, Abridged.
First, let me read this. Thank you. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. Now, how many parts exactly does one man play? Well, according to my computations, there are 1,122 roles in Shakespeare's works. Rather too many. Oh, take, for example, his most popular play, Romeo and Juliet. Two passionate lovers, a meddlesome nurse, and sympathetic priest, all vital to the story, but Mercutio, Lady Capulet, unsightly fat on the otherwise muscular body of Shakespeare's work. Let us therefore begin our shrinking of Shakespeare's canon with a rendering down of his most great romantic tragedy into the soft, sweet, succulent young flesh of Romeo and Juliet. Rona!
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure piteous overthrows do, with their death, bury their parents' strife.
Act 1, Scene 1. Two men in search of imbroglio for the Capulets' sanction for the Montagues' Benvolio. Verona's fragile peace shall be upset. And tragedy begin with a biting of a thumb.
Oh, I had a little
guys,
vibrating.
and
Mr.
you're
Jennings,
in the
you're the grocery store buyer. Counterfeit.
It's him. He's got his dog hates me. You bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, but I do bite my thumb.
You bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, but I do bite my thumb. Do you quarrel,
Of
sir?
course, sir. No, sir.
But if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No, better.
Yes. Better.
You lie!
Down with the Montague!
Up yours, Capulet! Hey! One, two, three, four! I declare no more!
Rebellious subjects.
Oh, no, it's the prince.
Enemies to the peace, on pain of torture, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. And hear the sentence of your new-bed prince.
Buzzkill.
Capulet, go you along with me. Benvolio, come to me this afternoon when you shall hear our further pleasure in this case.
Brown nose, asshat. Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray. But see, he comes. Good morrow, cuz.
Is the day so young?
'Tis new struck 9.
I mean, sad hours seem long.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which makes them short.
In love, out of love.
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so rough and tyrannous in proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to its will. Oh.
Go ye to the feast of Capulets. There sups the fair Rosalind, whom thou so lovest with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither and compare her face to some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swanny crow.
None fairer than my love.
There's free beer.
Let's go.
Now highway to the feast of Capulet, where Romeo shall find his Juliet. And in this scene of timeless romance, he tries to get into Juliet's pants.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now, forswear its sight? For I ne'er saw true beauty till this night. If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, gentle fine as this, my lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands and pilgrims' hands do touch from palm to palm. His holy palmers kiss.
But have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
I pilgrim lips that must be used in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do.
Then all the saints do not move, they'll pray for prayer's sake.
They move not, for thy prayer's effects I take.
From my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips, so trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin
I
again.
don't want to kiss you, ma'am.
It's in the script.
You're coming, mother!
Is she a Capulet? Aye, so I fear. The more is my unrest. Dude, what are you doing?
The balcony scene!
Oh, okay. What's soft? What light through yonder window breaks?
Oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name? Or if thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I shall no longer be a Capulet. What's in a name anyway? That which we call a nose by any other name would still smell. Oh, doff thy name, Romeo, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take thou myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I shall be new baptized. Henceforth I shall never be Romeo.
What did you say?
I said, call me but love, and I shall be new baptized.
Call you butt love?
No, I said, call me but love. No, come on.
What manner of man art thou? Art thou not Romeo and anointed you?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
Dost thou love me then? I know that wilt say I am, and so take thy word. Yet if thou swearest to thou mayest prove false. Oh, Romeo, thou dost love them pronounced and faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear. Okay, what should I swear by?
Ha!
Lady, by yonder blessed virgin, I swear. Oh. No.
No, do not swear at all, although I join thee. I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it light and sweet. Good night. Good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night.
Yo, Papa! Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? Oh, second basis for second date, sweetie. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Bye, my love.
Charles Romeo, swoon with love. By Cupid he'd been crippled, but Juliet had a lonesome cousin whose lonesome name was Timmons. Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better done than this. Thou art a villain, therefore turn and draw.
Tybalt, I must protest, I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise.
Thou wretched boy, I am for you.
What?
I am slain. Moving right along. From Tybbalt's death onwards, the lovers are cursed, despite the best efforts of friar and nurse. Their fate pursues them, they can't seem to duck it. And at the end of Act 5, they both kick the bucket.
Get up a pace, you fiery footed seeds, and bring in cloudy nights immediately. Come summer night, come day and night, come gentle night, come night, come Romeo. Oh, night, 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 night. Come. Kind of always wanted to be an Equus. And bring me my Romeo.
Dude, your boobs. Oh.
What news? Oh, not the day. He's gone, he's killed, he's dead. Can heaven be so envious? Oh, Romeo, who would have thought it was Romeo? What the blood doesn't torment us? After we have slain himself. Oh, I saw the wound here in his manly breast. Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? Oh, no, Tybalt is slain and Romeo vanished. Romeo that hath killed Tybalt, he is banished. Oh, God! Hath Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood? Indeed, alas, the day.
Menopause!
Oh, for my words! Romeo's vanished and Tybalt is slain, and I've got the cramps and a not so fresh feeling. What the hell out?
Take thou this vial, this distilled liquor, drink thou off, and presently through thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor.
I feel the cold and drowsy humor running through my veins. Obi-Wan. Pretty calories. There. Much better.
Oh no! My love! My wife! Oh, Jesus! Juliet! Oh, that hath sucked the honey in thy breath has no effect upon thy beauty. Oh, why art thou yet so fair?
I don't know, lucky, I guess.
Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Oh, thus, with a kiss, I die. Oh. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Good morning! Oh, where is my love? Oh! What is this? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Oh, poison icy hackman is untying me, and no churl. Drunk all enough, no friendly drop to help me after. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger! This is thy sheath! That's Romeo for you.
You.
Julie.
No.
Anyways. Ah, it's fine.
Then rust and let me die!
Pick it up.
Woo!
A gloomy peace this morning when it brings the sun for sorrow will not show its head. Go forth and talk more of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned and some punished. For never was there a tale of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
And Romeo and Juliet are dead! Thank you for taking night!
Okay, let's see, we did that in 12 minutes, not bad. 12 times 37 is 8 hours and... Shit, okay. We spent way too long on Romeo and Juliet, but it is a classic, unlike our next play, which Shakespeare wrote as a 24-year-old starving artist. Desperate for a hit, but too poor to know where his next banger was coming from. It's no surprise that an obsession with food dominates our next play, the revenge-filled drama Titus Andronicus, which we now present as a cooking show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Titus Andronicus. You like my chopper? Yeah? Oh! I'm sorry about carrying such an offensive weapon in this town. What is this city called?
Stop.
Oh, they won't notice. When you run a lousy day, left hand cut off, your son's murdered, your daughter raped, her tongue cut out, both her hands chopped off, the last thing you want to do is cook, yeah? Unless you cook the rapist and serve it to his mum at a dinner party. My daughter Lavinia, and I will show you how. Oh, good afternoon, Lavinia. And how are we today?
Oh, that's no good. I got my hands cut off, I got my tongue mopped off, and he waved me, so I didn't take my down.
Ah, it's that pressure, but we'll get our revenge, yeah? Now hearken, villain. I'll grind your bones to dust, and of your blood in it I'll make a paste, and of that paste a coffin I will rear, and make a pasty of your shameful head, Lavinia. Receive the blood. Now, first of all, we want a nice clean incision from carotid artery to jugular vein, like so. And when the tea is dead, it should be around about now. Let me go grind his bones to powder small, and with this hateful liquor temper it. And with the paste, your vile head I'll bake at about 350 degrees for 14 minutes. And then we have this lovely human head pie which I prepared. I even put in some lady fingers for dessert. Now, who will be the first to try this delicious high-protein treat? Welcome. Welcome, gracious Lord. Welcome, Bread Queen. Will please you eat, will please you feed. It's finger-licking good, yeah?
That's a good one!
Oh, damn it!
Oh! Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have time for. Be sure to tune in tomorrow where you'll see Timon of Athens eat finger pie in the great Cretish bonking show. Say good night, Amelia!
Good night, Amelia!
Ah, close enough, yeah. Good night, everybody!
Disgusting. But inexplicably, that was the greatest hit of Shakespeare's career, which allowed the young artist, who is now swimming in sausages, to move on to more artistic pursuits. Compare, for example, the immaturity of Titus Andronicus to the complex subtleties of the human condition revealed in his dark and brooding tragedy, Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Let nothing extenuate of one who loved not wisely, but too well. For never was there a story of more bold than this of Othello and his Desdemona. Oh, Desi! Come on. I'm the Moor of Venice.
Oh, dear. No. More.
Well, I feel stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, it seems that Nick, in securing the infallibility of the internet, has Googled the word more and discovered it's a place where you tie up oats.
I didn't Google it. I wikied it.
Jeez, he's so ignorant. So what is a moof anyway? I mean more.
Oh, more! Ah, well, that's actually the subject of blazing scholarly debate. Now, the Elizabethans, the Moor, could specifically be one of the Berbers of North Africa, or more generally any people of sub-Saharan African descent.
Oh, so Othello's black.
Oh, no. African American.
Doesn't the play take place in Italy?
Oh, all right, he's African Italian.
Can't we just do it in blackface?
Why are you trying to piss off the Reverend Al? No. Today's audiences expect ethnically sensitive, culturally aware casting, unless you happen to be in Hollywood, of course. Now, if Othello is African Italian, we can't do this without a Quran-spouting, spaghetti-loving homeboy.
Hey, just because we're white doesn't mean we can't represent the Afro-Italian condition, yo. I got this idea, it's sort of news.
All right.
How does a master warman, son of a Moor, get dropped by Iago saying his wife?
No.
What? No, I'm not throwing away my scarf. I'm not throwing away my...
Do you think that's rap? That's not rap.
I'm sure there's members of this audience that would disagree, right?
Don't need
Whatever, fine. Okay, we'll go old school. Just gotta get a beat going. Now, here's the story of a brother named Othello. He liked white women and he liked green jello.
Oh, yeah, a punk named Iago will make himself a menace because he didn't like Othello. The Lord.
Now, Othello got married to Desdemona.
He went off to the wars and he left her, and then
There was a Mona.
Alona.
He left her alone.
He didn't write a letter and he didn't telephone her.
Oh,
Othello loved Desi, loved Adonis, loved Venus.
and Desi loved Othello because he got a big
Sword!
But Iago had a plan that was clever and slick. He was crafty. Slap!
He was sort of a penis.
Say, I'm gonna shaft the Moor.
How you gonna do it?
I know his French flaws, and he's too damn jealous. I need nobody that kind of smoke.
Go and find a chump sucker by the name of Cassio.
And he planked on him Desdemona's handkerchief.
Now Othello gets to wondering just maybe it's while he's been out fighting, commanding an army.
A Cassian Des playing hide the salami.
Salami!
Come back home and he smothered the biatch.
Oh, and he thought he got away with it without a hitch.
But there's Amelia at the door.
Every night in Act 4,
And she said, yo, homie, she wasn't no hoe. She was
Pure,
she was
clean,
she was
virginal too.
So why'd you have to go and make her face turn blue?
It's true.
It's you.
Now what you gonna do? And Othello said,
oh, I'm feeling kinda scary.
So we pulled out his blade and committed Harry Carey.
Now Iago got off on a technicality.
Went to Hollywood.
Got his own TV.
Show that is
HBO.
Prime time.
Desperate Houseboats.
Africa! Guys, why don't we lighten up from all this
Yes, now of course, Shakespeare's comedies were strongly influenced by the Roman plays of Terence and Plautus, Ovid's hilarious metamorphoses, and the rich Italian tradition of the Commedia dell'arte. You see, Shakespeare was a genius at adapting and borrowing plot devices from these different Italian, African, American theatrical traditions.
Isn't that usually called plagiarism?
No, Shakespeare did not plagiarize. He distilled.
Whatever, he's a big cheater.
Hey, he's no Melania, okay? It takes a real genius to put 5 ideas and turn them into 16 plays.
Okay, fine. But I can never tell them apart. Like, what's the one, for example, it has the shipwreck, and the identical twins, and the wedding at the end.
All of them.
Well,
I see, that's
well, perhaps Shakespeare should have written one exemplary comedy instead of 16 suppy ones. For that reason, I have condensed Shakespeare's comedic diarrhea into one single, solid, well-formed lump of hilarity. And I don't mean Richard III. Yes, I have entitled this masterpiece, The Comedy of Two Well-Measured Gentlemen I Lost in the Merry Wives of Venice on a Midsummer Night's Winter in Summer. Or
Cymbeline taming Pericles the Merchant in the Tempest of Love as much as you like it for nothing, or
Four weddings and a transvestite.
Act 1. A Bohemian Duke swears an oath of celibacy, turns the rule of the city over to his tyrannical brother, and sets sail for the golden age of Greece. While rounding the heel of Italy, the Duke ship is caught in a terrible tempest. It casts him up on a desert island along with his sweet, innocent, clueless young daughter.
Oh, dear father. I am so sad and lonely and pubescent on this island. Boo-hoo, and I'm frisky.
Oh, precious daughter, watch out for symbols of colonial oppression lurking in caves waiting for virgins.
Okay, bye.
Meanwhile, the Duke's long-lost son, a handsome, dashing, clueless young merchant, is also shipwrecked, coincidentally, on the very same island.
How shall I survive without funds in this strange foreign land? I know, I must needs find me an old Jew. Behold, here cometh a convenient Judeo-Italian stereotype now.
Hey, what's the matter with you?
You need a payday loan, Bubby?
Wicked true tricks the merchant into putting down his brains as collateral for the loan.
Such a deal.
Hey, forget about it. Act 2. Fearing ravishment, the clueless young princess disguises herself as a boy and becomes a page to a handsome, dashing, clueless young soldier.
You there, boy!
Yes, I mean yes.
You shall woo the Lady Violivia for me, for she's shrewish, and I am sick with love.
I too feel funny down there, for while I may not speak it aloud, I do love thee, though I'm a boy.
I swingeth not that way, boy. Go to Violivia, go, hence.
Whence?
I thee hither from hence to thence.
Act 3. Beautiful, virginal, clueless young princess arrives in Mandrake to woo the Lady Violivia.
Oh, it is I, the bitchy shrew Violivia. Come hither.
Whither?
Hither from thither. If you come in, I'll show you my zither.
Act 4. On the 12th night of midsummer, a puckish sprite leads all the lovers deep into a forest and squeezes the aphrodisiac juice of a hermaphrodite flower into their eyes, while the queen of the fairies seduces a rude mechanical who has the head of an ass.
Yeah, I have the ass of a man, but I'm hung like a donkey.
Act 5. In the ensuing bisexual animalistic orgy, the princess's man clothes get ripped off, revealing a spouting heart and female genitalia. The merchant recognizes his sister,
My nearly identical twin.
My long-lost and strangely attractive brother.
the shrew realizes she's bi-curious.
Oh, brave new world.
The dashing young sailor decides he actually prefers bottom.
And thereby hangs a sweet tale.
The Jew exits, pursued by a man.
Oi, you beer!
They all get married and drink a toast to Kim Davis, because all is well that finally ends. Thank you.
I had no idea Shakespeare was such a perv.
All right. So let's see, 16 plays in 5 minutes. Not bad. But if we're going to get out of here before midnight, we have to get back to the tragedy.
Tragedy!
Whoa! Bring it down.
Oh, sorry. Tragedy.
Yes, thank you.
Wait a second. Oh, now we made an interesting discovery. discovery, you know. We found that Shakespeare's comedies are now nearly as funny as his tragedies.
So that's really true. You know what's really funny is the Scottish.
Oh, the Scottish.
Yeah!
Don't
Macbeth!
say a word you said it! Oh, God!
It's bad luck to say the name of that play in a theater unless you're performing it. That's why we call it the Scottish play.
There's nothing remotely Scottish about it, and we're performing it.
Jesus, it is awful. I've got to see the heather rippling on the highlands. You've got to feel the warm summer breeze wafting up that Kent. And you're going to smell the vomit steaming in the alley outside the pub, Miss Moneypenny.
Exactly. Kilts, whiskey,
Vomit!
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present our authentically Scottish production of Macbeth.
Double, double, toil and trouble!
Stay, you imperfect Mac speaker! Tell me more!
Macbeth, Macbeth, beware, Macduff! No man or woman born shall harm Macbeth, till Burnham would come to Dunsinane, don't you know?
Oh, that's bloody good! Then Mac what? Macneed, Mackay, Macfear of Macduff!
See, Jimmy! I know that Macduff is from his mother's room on timely rip. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't like it, but I do suppose a woman's right to choose. Ah! Lay on Haggis' breath!
Macbeth, you killed me wife, you murdered me wee bairns, and you did poop in me soup.
Oh! I didn't!
You did, and I had to throw it away. Behold, where lies the usurper's cursed head, Macbeth. Ye earth is out the windy. And know that there is never a story of more woo and death than this to Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. Thank you.
Meanwhile, in ancient Rome, Julius Caesar was a much beloved tyrant.
All hail Julius Caesar!
Hail, citizens!
Now, Julius Caesar had a warning from a soothsayer.
Beware the Ides of March.
But the great Julius decided to ignore the warning.
What the hell are the Ides of March?
The 15th of March.
Why, that's today.
Yeah.
Yes! Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, so let's bury him and get on with my play. Antony
And Cleopatra. Is this an ass I see before me? How about the venomous rat? Nick! Come on! Nick! What is going on?
You have this weird idea that all of Shakespeare's tragic heroines wear really ugly wigs and vomit on people before they die.
It's an interpretation.
No, barfing is not an interpretation.
Well, they're into it.
No, get up here. Get back up here.
Fine.
That's not what Antony and Cleopatra are about.
No, you see, Antony and Cleopatra is actually an exciting trans-global thriller about political maneuvering across the ancient Mediterranean.
Okay, so it's one of Shakespeare's trans-global plays. I love those, like the one that totally predicted 21st century wireless communications.
What? Two mobile kinsmen.
Oh, God.
Shakespeare wrote a play called Two Noble Kinsmen.
Not two mobile kinsmen,
Two noble kinsmen.
No, because the kinsmen are Bill Gates and Steve Jobs.
No. The kinsmen are two cousins who were in love with the same woman.
Okay, so they're texting her like, oh my god, you're my BFF, LOL. No, well, F you, I haven't heard of it.
Well, of course you haven't heard of it, because Two Noble Kinsmen falls into the category of Shakespeare plays which are neither tragedy, comedy, nor history. Now, to the critics, these are sometimes known as the problem plays, the obscure plays, the lesser plays, and sometimes the bad plays. However, not all the bad plays are entirely without merit. In fact, one of them, Troilus and Cressida, is hardly crap at all. I actually wrote about it in my unpublished monograph about Shakespeare called I love my Willie. Now, it's long, it's big, it's uncut, and I've been hammering away at it for years. In fact, I think I'm going to whip it out right away.
No, that's not.
They don't want to see your
Monograph.
Yes. What else do you keep in your pants?
Oh, the cheese sandwich, you want one? How about a veggie reader and a couple of meatballs?
No balls.
Hey, I've got a great idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we do an interpretive dance performance art version of your thingy?
Monograph.
Yeah, I love interpretive performance art. It's so pretentious.
Yeah, let's get some props.
Yeah.
No. I was thinking of a more scholarly, straightforward.
Not screw that.
Yeah, you go ahead and read and we'll interpret.
Oh, very well. Here we go then. Troilus and Cressida was written in 1603 and published in 1604 and appears in the first folio. Although this version is some 166 lines longer than the second quarter edition of 1645, which is 166 lines shorter. Right, well...
Is there anything in there about the plot that you'd like to get to?
Yes. No, actually, cover the plot in a footnote on the bottom of page 29. Here we go. Troilus, youngest son of Priam, king of Troy.
Okay, you can be Troilus, and you'll be the king.
Ooh, yes. Loves Cressida.
I'll get the wig.
And has arranged with Uncle Pandarus for a meeting. Although she feigns indifference, she is attracted to him.
I have to feign indifference?
Yes.
Whatever.
Meanwhile, the great Greek commander, Agamemnon, takes the fleet, and he talks to Ulysses, and they make the woman horse.
Phil.
What?
It's the kind of stuff kids hate to study in school because it's
Oh.
so boring.
Yeah, as soon as you said Agamemnon, I was asleep. I'm sorry. But I promised my friends we would not do dry, boring, bottomless Shakespeare.
What do you mean you're friends? What are you talking
You don't know these people.
How dare you? I know those people! I sat right there and we bonded. There's a... Joe, he said things. And Lillian? Oh, Lillian, she came on the bus to be here from South Stockton today. And there's little Timmy's out there somewhere. He tried to get tickets for Hamilton. He totally feels ripped off.
What's your point, Nick?
My point is that I love these people and I don't want to see them get turned off to Shakespeare like I did. I mean, I remember sitting in school and studying about this and looking out the window, seeing those kids play ball, and think, why can't this Shakespeare stuff be more like sports? Sport?
How do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, sports are exciting, engaging. I mean, take the histories, for example. You have those kings knocking each other off, the running up and down the field, passing the throne from one guy to the next. It's exactly like football. You just do it with a crowd.
You know what? They are kind of similar, aren't they?
Yeah, you know what? I think I may have a whistle down here. Let me see. Could you help me with this? Yes, you don't have to blow it. Oh gosh, that's English, sorry. American football. Hey.
Alright, okay, line them up. Let's kick some royal ass. 25, 42, Henry V, Richard III, Part 1, Part 2, Hop!
Whoa! Now, the crown is with Richard II, a well-spoken 14th century monarch. He's feigning to press back looking for an air downfield, but there's a heavy charge from King John.
Oh, my crow's flesh sinks downward!
Oh, and Henry VI comes up with the crown.
Victory is mine!
Oh, but Henry VI is hit from behind almost immediately by King John! Oh, King John is cutting him into 3 parts!
Oh,
That's
good.
gotta hurt! This could be the end of the War of the Roses cycle!
Here we go. Oh,
King John is in the clear!
my soul hath elbow room.
He's at the 40, the 30, the 20! Oh, he's poisoned at the 10-yard line. Looks like he's out for the game. Replacing him now is number 72, King Lear.
To Regan and Goneril I hand off my kingdom. Cordelia, you go along!
Whoa! Penalty marker. Fictional character on the field. Lear is disqualified and he's not happy about it.
Bastards.
Lining up now is that father and son team, Henry IV and Printa. Second up, quarterback. Quarterback His limp is giving him trouble.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse!
Everything else is up with it. He's at the 20, the 50. He stops at the 10-yard line to chop off his wife's head.
Who's your daddy?
Oh, touchdown for the Red Rose. Oh, my. You gotta believe this is the beginning of a Tudor dynasty. Henry V, Richard III, the whole royal family's freaking absurd. Go!
House of please!
What?
House light, please. Oh. What's he doing now?
Wait, what is it?
I've been checking the list of plays. I think we just did them all.
Really?
Huh? The histories we just did now.
Yeah, the comedies were a lump of hilarity.
Tragedies, we started with Titus Andronicus and all the blood.
Yes. Oh, and Romeo and Juliet, we did.
Yeah, Julius Caesar, Troilus and Cressida.
We wrapped. Leo's in the football game, and what was his name? The other one, Macbeth. We did it with Yes.
What about Anthony?
Oh, that's right. Yes. And oh dear, what about Coriolanus?
Let's skip that one.
What's the matter with Coriolanus?
I find it offensive. I don't like the anus part.
Okay, we'll skip the anus. That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we can let you go a few minutes early.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys.
Oh, Hamlet. Have to do Hamlet.
Shakespeare didn't write Hamlet.
Sure he did.
Yeah, what's it about?
Well, you know, it's about the young prince struggling with his conscience after his uncle murders his father.
That's the Lion King.
Ladies and gentlemen, probably the greatest play ever written, a play of such poetical and tragical consequences. Beautiful blank verse, deep poetry, philosophy. What?
Hamlet is a serious, hardcore play, and I'm just not up for it right now.
What do you mean? It's the last one.
I know, but the football game, it left me so emotionally and physically drained. I just don't feel like I could do it justice.
Hey, we don't have to do it justice. We just have to do it.
I don't want to do it.
No, our play is called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare.
Okay, fine. We'll call it The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. Except for Hamlet.
Oh, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Nick, I think maybe all your new friends might want to see it. What do you guys say?
Yes,
Want to see
come on.
Hamlet?
Okay, fine, we'll do Hamlet.
Great.
As a two-man show, if you feel so strongly about it, I'm going to sit right here with my friends. We'll enjoy it. Don't let go. No, I want. Come on! No, my God!
Behave yourself.
Just don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Oh, right. Well, ready to begin with the card scene. We need Bernardo and Horatio.
Okay, great.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern too.
No, we can skip them. They have their own play.
All right, well, perhaps Nick can be Bernardo. Where is he? Where's he gone?
Nick, get back up
Here
here.
in the air. All right, come back into the
Come on.
Where is he?
There he is. I got little Timmy. I swear to God, I'll do it.
Oh, Bernardo! You might put him off my feet.
I don't really care right now.
Oh, come back here, you Shakespeare!
Guys.
Get Oh, come back here!
Phil's usually much faster. Oh, bear with me for just a second. I've got an idea here. All right. Let's just knock the guard scene out right now while we're waiting for them to come back. All right. Who's there? Hey, stand and unfold yourself. Bernardo. No, that's lame. Okay. Phil? Okay. Good. I heard a good one the other day. You guys want to hear a joke? What did the elephant say to the naked man? He said, hey, it's cute. Can you really breathe out of that thing? I had a dream the other night. It was a typical actor's anxiety dream. We win this show. It's going great. Seems like maybe we haven't read all the plays, but we get through them all except there's one left. But then, Phil and Nick run out of the building. And I'm left alone on stage. And I'm naked.